It was so beautiful. It was on Canyon Overlook Trail. It was a great trail, and I can't wait to show it to you. We also just finished doing a visit here at the Visitor Center to get some really good information for you all to know what to look for and how you can also come on hikes in the national parks.
All right, so let's rewind to before going on your hike or visiting a national park. So I'm just going to share with you a couple of things that I have found helpful and making it easier for me when I go on hikes as an amputee. One of the first things you want to do is you want to make sure that you get a really good shoe. Make sure, so this is a hiking shoe, and I got it because it has really good treads on it. It's a comfortable fit, and I really like the colors of it too. So that's why I got this shoe. But once you get your shoe, and you, like I said, you want to make sure you have the treads because you don't know what kind of surface you might be on. It might be muddy, it might be wet, it might be slippery, it might have loose gravel or sand. And as you'll see in my video, I did encounter that on the trail that we chose when going to Zion Park. So once you have your shoe, you want to make sure that you put it on and try it out with your prosthesis ahead of time. So what you want to do, and I took my leg off for you so you can see what I'm talking about. You want to make sure that it is aligned for your, that your prosthesis is aligned for that shoe. Because if it doesn't, if the alignment isn't correct, then it could push you forward this way. And what that's going to do is that's going to make your knee less stable, and you're going to work harder to control that knee to make sure that it doesn't buckle you. On the other side of that, the flip side of that, if your leg is aligned here and it's sitting too far back, what that's going to make you feel is it's going to be harder to get up over this foot as you walk. So you're going to need to have a lot more energy to as you take that step through to get up over your foot and push through that gait process. So that's something that you want to make sure you check out before going on a hike. My other go-to that I always have with me when I do hiking is, and it just depends on the trail. If I know it's a nice, flat, even pavement, I don't utilize anything. But if it's going to be uneven at all, I always make sure that I bring my trekking poles. And I love these because they're adjustable. Well, all trekking poles usually are adjustable to your height. This one came with a lot of different tips on it too. So if you are hiking on different surfaces and you need a bigger or thinner tip on it, this is great. Again, I don't utilize an assistive device when walking or hiking generally, but it's just really nice, especially, and as you might, I think I have some footage of this as well. Sometimes you come across, and especially in is above the knee, it's really hard when you're on an uneven surface. And so like my left side is my prosthetic side. And if the ground is higher on that side, then it's really hard for me to walk through that because it's hard to walk through getting that knee to bend and staying stable. So that's my other tip. My other things that I love to share, and this is from my friend Erin. I just learned about this last year, a couple years ago. So every day our prostheses fit differently. The socket fits differently, and it comes and goes as how it fits and how it feels, and if there's any pressure points or anything like that. So this right here is called Monostat Care, and it's not the Monostat antifungal that we think of, but this is Monostat Chafing Relief powder gel. And so if you have a spot that kind of tends to rub and get irritated, you can utilize this and put that on that spot, and it helps to kind of alleviate that chafing. But sometimes this isn't enough. And so one of the things I just started using recently is called Next Care. And this is a Next Care waterproof skin cover. And as a nurse, we know this as what's called Tegaderm. So basically it comes in this roll, and you cut off the piece to whatever size you need for your area. And then you put it on your skin here, and then you peel it off, and it creates a nice barrier for you here, as if you can see that right there. And so I actually just used this last week when I started doing more of my fall hiking and walking here back home. And I had a spot that had never rubbed or irritated before my socket, and for some reason started doing that. And chafing cream wasn't enough for me, so I put this on, and I actually left this on for a few days, and it was great. I didn't have any issues with that spot at all. So these are some things to think about ahead of time before going on a hike or walk and visiting your national park system. Before going to a national park, go online and Google National Parks Access Pass. Here you can learn about and apply for the America the Beautiful National Parks and Federal Recreational Lands Access Pass, available for U.S. citizens with a permanent disability. This pass will allow the pass holder and others in the vehicle to enter national and federal parks for free. In some parks, the pass also provides discounts on campsites and guided tours. At many federal recreation sites, the pass offers a discount on expanded amenities fees, such as camping, boat launching, swimming, etc. You'll also want to do a little research about park hours, fees for entrance and other activities, any reservations or permit requirements for certain activities, and any park closures. You'll also want to look at shuttle schedules and trail information. Zion has a great map that gives a thorough description of the trails, categorizing them by easy, moderate, and strenuous, including the distances and how long it might take you, as well as what type of trail it is and if it is wheelchair accessible. Make sure to check with park staff day of trip, as trails can change depending on weather conditions. On my trip to Zion National Park, I learned just how accommodating it is for people of all levels of abilities, from accessible trails to accessible shuttles that can take you through the park, stopping at different locations. Some areas of the park are only accessible by the park shuttle and does not allow car traffic, but there is a yellow car pass available if riding a shuttle is a hardship and not an option for you. After speaking with staff at our hotel, we learned that traffic at the entrance to Zion can get backed up early on, so we made the decision to do a sunrise hike. By starting early, we avoided traffic and we were able to enter the park before any staff were working at the entrance. We also had to choose a trail that we could drive to, not requiring the shuttle, since it was not running yet. As you can see, the sunrise was absolutely stunning all around us. This trail was challenging in some spots with different terrain to traverse, uneven surfaces, ups and downs, but it was totally manageable with the right equipment. Most think it's the climbing up that is difficult, but sometimes you get up there and realize that it's a lot steeper and scarier to get back down. That's when you can embrace your inner child and bring on the crab walk. Thanks a lot for coming along with me on this week's episode of The Dish with Denise. I hope you found this informative and helpful, and that some of these trips will help you to get out and experience the great outdoors. I also want to give a shout out to a couple of my favorite amputee outdoorsmen, Glenn Barfield of I believe it's Amputee Outdoors. He does a lot of great hiking videos, so please follow him if you're interested in hiking. And then also Chris Kavanaugh, who is the Mad Hiker. He's another great one to follow. I love watching their adventures and their hiking trips that they do. So see you next time on the next episode of The Dish with Denise.